Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Namo Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Namaskritya
Naram Namaskritya Naram Chaiva
Devam
Narottamam
Saraswati Vyasam
Devim Saraswati Vyasam Dojayamudiraye Nastapraisha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Nastike
Tattata Gaccha Bhadram Te
Tata Gacha Bhadram Te
Yamunayastatam Shuchi
Yamunaya Satam Suchi
Punyam Madhuvanam Yatra
Punyam Madhuvanam Yatra
Nidhyam Nityada Harihi
Anitra Hare
Tattata Gaccha Bhadram Te Yamunayastatam Shuchi Punyam Madhuvanam Yatra Anidhyam Nityada Harihi Tattata Gaccha Bhadram Te Yamunayastatam Shuchi Punyam Madhuvanam Yatra Anye Sanidhyam Nityada Harihi दत्तू हो गया? Yes.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। तत्तात गच्छ भद्रं ते यमुनायास्तटं शुचि पुण्यं मधुवनं यत्र सानिध्यं नित्यदा हरेः। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। तत्तात गच्छ भद्रं ते यमुनास्तटं शुचि पुण्यं मधुवनं यत्र सान्निध्यं नित्यदा हरे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। तत्तात गच्छ भद्रं ते यमुनाया अस्तटं शुचि पुण्यं मधुवनं यत्र सानिध्यं नित्यदा हरे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। तत्तात गच्छ भद्रं ते यमुनायास्तटं शुचि पुण्यं मधुवनं यत्र सानिध्यं नित्यदा हरे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
तत्तात गच्छ भद्रं ते यमुनायास्तटं शुचि पुण्यं मधुवनं यत्र सानिध्यं नित्यदा हरे। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। थैंक यू।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। प्रणाम प्रभु जी। तत्तात गच्छ भद्रं ते यमुनायास्तटं शुचि पुण्यं मधुवनं यत्र सानिध्यं नित्यदा हरे। हरे कृष्ण। थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। तत्तात गच्छ भद्रं ते यमुनास्तटं शुचि पुण्यं मधुवनं यत्र सान्निध्यं नित्यदा हरेः। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। थैंक यू प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। तत्तात गच्छ भद्रं ते यमुनायास्तटं शुचि पुण्यं मधुवनं यत्र सानिध्यं नित्यदा हरे। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। तत्तात भद्रं ते यमुनास्तटं शुचि पुण्यं मधुवनं यत्र सानिध्यं नित्यदा हरे। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। तत्ताता गच्छ भद्रं ते यमुनायस्तटं शुचि पुण्यं मधुवनं यत्र सानिध्यं नित्यदा हरेः। हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Thank you, everybody. Now let us continue. Tat, that, Tata, my dear son, Gacha, go, Bhadram, good fortune, Te, for you, Yamunayaha, of the Yamuna, Tatam, bank, Shuchi, being purified, Punyam, the holy, Madhuvanam, of the name Madhuvana, Yatra, where, Sanidhyam, being nearer, Nityada, always, Harihe, of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. My dear boy, I therefore wish all good fortune for you. You should go to the bank of Yamuna where there is a virtuous forest named Madhuvana and there be purified. Just by going there, one draws nearer to the Supreme Personality of Godhead who always lives there. My dear boy, I therefore wish all good fortune for you. You should go to the bank of the Yamuna where there is a virtuous forest named Madhuvana and there be purified. Just by going there, one draws nearer to the Supreme Personality Godhead who always lives there. Yes, Mataji, continue.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Both Narada Muni and Suniti, the mother of Dhruva Maharaj, advised Dhruva Maharaj to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, Narada Muni is especially giving him directions how this worship of the Supreme Person can very quickly be fruitified. He recommends that Dhruva Maharaj go to the bank of the Yamuna where there is a forest of the name Madhuvana and begin his meditation and worship there. Places of pilgrimage yield a special advantage for a devotee in quickly advancing his spiritual life. Lord Krishna lives everywhere, but still it is very easy to approach him in holy places of pilgrimage because these places are inhabited by great sages. Lord Shri Krishna says that he lives wherever his devotees are chanting the glories of his transcendental activities. There are many places of pilgrimage in India, and especially prominent are Bhadranarayana, Dwaraka, Rameshwara, and Jagannathapuri. These sacred places are called the four Dhamas. Dhama refer to a place where one can immediately contact the Supreme Lord. To go to Bhadranarayana, one has to pass through Haridwar on the path to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Similarly, there are other holy places of pilgrimage such as Prayaga, Allahabad, and Mathura, and the topmost of all is Vrindavana. Unless one is very advanced in spiritual life, it is recommended that he live in such holy places and execute devotional service there. But an advanced devotee like Narada Muni, who is engaged in preaching work, can serve the Supreme Lord anywhere. Sometimes he even goes to the hellish planets. Hellish conditions do not affect Narada Muni because he is engaged in greatly responsible activities in devotional service. According to the statement of Narada Muni, Madhuvana, which is still existing in the Vrindavan area, is in the district of Mathura, is a most sacred place. Many saintly persons still live there and engage in the devotional service of the Lord. There are 12 forests in the area of Vrindavana, and Madhuvana is one of them. Pilgrims from all parts of India assemble together and visit all 12 of these forests. There are 5 forests on the eastern bank of Yamuna: Bhadravana, Bilvavana, Lauhavana, Bhandiravana, and Mahavana. On the western side of the bank, there are 7: Madhuvana, Talavana, Kumudavana, Bahulavana, Kamyavana, Khadiravana, and Vrindavana. In those 12 forests, there are different ghats or bathing places. They are listed as follows: Avimukta, Adirudha, Guhya Tirtha, Prayaga Tirtha, Kanakhala, Tinduka Tirtha, Surya Tirtha, Vataswami, Dhruva Ghata, where there are many nice trees of fruits and flowers, is famous because Dhruva Maharaj meditated and underwent severe penances and austerities there in an elevated spot. Rishi Tirtha, Moksha Tirtha, Buddha Tirtha, Gokarna, Krishna Ganga, Vaikunta, Asikunda, Balarama were Asikunda, Chatu Samudrika Kupa, Akrura Tirtha, where Krishna and Balarama were going to Mathura in the chariot driven by Akrura. All of them took bath in this ghat. Yagnika Viprasthana, Kubja Kupa, Rangasthala, Manchasthala, Malayudhasthana, Dashaswa Medha. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Parshat Deshatarine. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Tattat Gacha Bhadram Te Yamunaya Satam Shuchi Punyam Madhuvanam Yatra Sanidhyam Nityada Harihi. My dear boy, I therefore wish all good fortune for you. You should go to the bank of Yamuna where there is a virtuous forest named Madhuvana and there be purified. Just by going there, one draws nearer to the Supreme Personality Godhead who always lives there. Hare Krishna everybody. Audio is clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, In the nectar of devotion also, among the various things which are favorable for discharge of devotion service, it is said we should chant the holy name of the Lord, we should worship the Lord, we should daily recite Bhagavatam, which is serve Vaishnavas. And fifth thing is something very interesting, reside in a holy place. But then we had Srila Prabhupada, how do we understand this holy place? In fact, currently in ISKCON, Guru Maharaj has started something very nice. He called it Bhakti Kuti. Bhakti Kuti is a house in which all members of the house are practicing Krishna consciousness. Husband is interested, wife is interested, children are. There is nobody in the house a non-devotee. Everybody is interested in Krishna consciousness. So that is also a holy place. But if that is not there, then what is the use? Correct? That is a holy place where all these devotional activities are going on. Then that place becomes a holy place, becomes Vaikuntha. Like Srila Prabhupada went to Los Angeles and he said, this temple is not in Los Angeles, this place is Vaikuntha. Anywhere, Krishna also said, Naham Tishtanti Vaikuntha. I reside in a place where Sankirtana is going there. You sit down in any place, in any house, suppose all the families and members are engaged in Nama Sankirtana. See, what is the difference anyway between a house and a temple? Like, you cannot say the shape of the building itself is the criteria. That may be just to bring more public there. But people identify, just like people identify, you wear the dress of a lawyer, you're a lawyer, dress of a doctor, you're a doctor, dress of a sadhu, you're a sadhu. So similarly, different buildings also give a different kind of feeling. So when we wear a dress of an army, you feel like an army man. When you wear a dress of a doctor, you feel like a doctor, people also connect to you like a doctor. So Shri Radha Govinda ki. So similarly, a building which is designed like a temple, that everything there infuses in us, touches us in a devotional sentiment. There are different nice paintings of the Lord. Some of you are seeing, yesterday in the video also I showed the paintings which are coming up. The Ramanacharya one is looking very nice, very touching, like that. So there is a devotional feelings of devotees. And some of the places, the holy places, are commemorated by the great pastimes of the Lord. So when you go to that place, Priti Tat Vasate Sthale. They said when somebody advances the spiritual life, he develops one thing called Priti Tat Vasate Sthale. Great eagerness to go to the place of the Lord's pastimes. So that's why these holy places are there. Prabhupada mentioned the 4 Dhamas. And he also mentions the 12 forests of Vrindavan, and then he also mentioned 24 bathing ghats. They're the different pastimes of Lord of the. So it's now becomes a bit contradictory. So what we should do? Should we all leave our services, just sit in these dhamas? And if you don't go to these dhamas, then we are missing out everything. So there is a balance of understanding needed. This discussion comes very nicely in the purport when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to every year tell Nityananda Prabhu, don't come to Jagannath Puri, please preach. He had given a place of Bengal to preach. But he used to say, I can't live without seeing you, at least I want to spend 4 months in a year with you. Hey, you preach, because you can do what even I cannot do. Because Nityananda Prabhu by his nature was extremely merciful. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that, I'm not so merciful. I generally talk to big scholars. You are preaching to people like Jagai Maharaj. You are much more merciful. Please, you deliver the people in Bengal. That's the task he gave. But he still used to come. So Prabhupada then starts a lot of discussion on this, which is important, service or dhamma. So as far as the practice in ISKCON, as Srila Prabhupada taught us, service is first, Dhamma is second. Nobody in ISKCON leaves his service to go to Dhamma. We don't do that. So first thing comes the Guru Adesh and service to the Lord, which we should be busily engaged. And then second point comes about even the Dhammas, the holy place, are made unholy by the kind of people who live there. Sometimes it is very frustrating. When you go to the holy place, they start demanding money. Sometimes not only demand money, they harass sometimes. And sometimes, I remember now recently the government has stopped. Previously even a meat shop was there in the Dhama. It was so disgusting to see in Dhama these kind of activities. So somebody feels that I'm better off, I just sit in a place and chant. So Prabhupada goes back and forth in that. Sometimes the neophyte people go and they lose whole faith seeing such kind of activities in the holy places. They're not kept clean sometimes. And the normal people are used to some standard of cleanliness. They say, what is all this? True, Prabhupada says sometimes that it is the government doesn't want people to go there, so therefore doesn't spend money. Sometimes says, even actually it's a kind of a test of Maya, so that the non-devotees don't come here. If the non-devotees are more interested in all that idea about, their idea about holy place. So when they see, open nalis and all this, hey, what is all this? They run away. So Dhamma is a privilege only for devotees. So anyway, Srila Prabhupada with all that condition, we stay in Vrindavan Dham himself. So how we can say Dham is not important? Prabhupada stayed. In fact, after he left his home, Srila Prabhupada was in Vrindavan. So you can say 15 years, 55, if I can understand correctly. 55 years of his life to 70 years, 15 years he is in Vrindavan. First he is in one temple and finally he takes shelter of the Radha Damodar temple and he stays there. And Srila Prabhupada is staying there and he is doing devotion service, preparing the Bhagavatam. He wrote in Vrindavan Dham very peacefully. So there are so many if then buts. It is said that we should not stay in Dham more than 3-4 days, because the more we stay in Dham, we start offending the Dham. What with Dham? The different things happening there, different projects happening in the Dham. Oh, this is not correct, this is right, this is not correct. Then we start evaluating people there. And in that, we may make offenses. Because we are seeing only for a few seconds, we really don't know the person much. Somebody came in front of us, we saw him for 2 minutes, make a judgment about him. So these things are not good. Making comment on the devotees, making comment on the Dhamvasis, making comment on the different things happening in the Dham. Therefore, it is generally said we stay in a Dham for not more than 3 days. In fact, there are many temples who go to the Yatra, they just finish Yatra within 3 days. There's a proper set 3. One little extension, 4. Generally, Yatras are done 3-4 days. Because people then settle down. Whenever you go to some place, you're a little fearful, you're confused, but once you settle down, you start evaluating everything. And in that evaluation, at least as Kanishta Adhikari, we may make mistakes, and then aparadhas happen, offenses happen. And in a Dhama, everything is multiplied thousands of times. You do one chanting of Hare Krishna 1,000 times, you reap the benefit. The same way in the Dham, we do some offense, thousands of times we get the effect of that. We do a sinful activity, everything is very touchy there. We are extremely careful. Therefore, Prabhupada used to say very nicely, it's like a fire. In a temple or in a Dham, in a holy place, you are there, you can cook very nice khichdi. But with that fire, you can burn yourself also. So sometimes, Prabhupada, Krishna himself sees the person is actually making offenses and takes it away from the association of devotee because it is safe for him. Not only he takes, a person itself, mind becomes so much filled with negative ideas, he himself runs away from the association of devotees. So at the end of the day, just traveling in Dham like a holy place and taking blessings, that is also not correct. Because actually we go to Dham for inspiration. We are not residing in the Dhama in that way. It's not practical today. Okay? But we actually go to Dham is for inspiration. So that I can chant better, I can read better. And that is how we have also been requesting our own devotees to plan and come. Recently, many people came during weekends. It was very nice. They did wonderful service. Now, I think we got the poster. We are having upcoming 4 festivals. So we have the festival of God Purnima coming up. The next month, we have the April. We have the month, the festival of Ram Navami. Then after that, I think even the dates are out. I can tell you the dates. That's really very nice. And then we have the festival of yes, here are the dates. We have the Gaur Purnima is March 25th. So we can plan, please. We have identified in every language, please, there are many groups. I request the language leaders to activate, empower those leaders, because people will come in groups, they will not come alone. So it need not be a whole language thing. It can be, the different groups. Many languages are having 20-25 groups. Some languages like English, Hindi, and other languages, at least you have 10-15 groups. See that, discuss within each group, and they like to travel together. If not, at least somebody from their place. So you can plan God Purnima, and it will be very nice. So what you should plan? You should plan that what cooking we are going to do. You should plan how you're going to do the publicity. You should plan cleaning the place, decorating the place. Okay? You should plan how the deities will be, probably we'll have to shift the deities to the hall. The plan, what way you can help us in that. We have to set up the nice mantap and everything. Then we have to order the flowers for that. Then you should plan the prasadam, not only cooking, distribution, serving, all that things will involve. Then plan book distribution during the festival. Then Harinam Sankirtan, and then some of you, those who are initiated, can participate in more even temple deity activities. And then some of you have to do bhajans, then dramas. Won't that be beautiful? So you see that our team wants to come. That is the way to go to Dhama. Go to Dhama to do service. Where the Lord is being worshipped, people come to take darshan of the Lord. That's Dhama. Dhama is not only restricted to the traditional Dhama. It's also Dhama. Our Radha Govinda Temple is also Dhama. Okay? And in fact, the Lord manifests where the Lord is being glorified. Correct? At least a small attempt we made to glorify the Lord. Correct? So therefore this is Dhama. The Radha Govinda, without their mercy, nothing would have happened. The deities are very powerful. Come take their blessing, pray to them for spiritual advancement. Pray to Srila Prabhupada. We have a murti of his also. Pray to him. He is also being... See, everywhere the deities manifest, but the more the devotees, more the love they are being served, more detail they are being served, the more the Lord manifests His presence. Therefore, temples are important. Otherwise, at home also you can have deities, but the amount of people taking darshan, how many devotees looking them with love is limited. So therefore, the Lord will manifest to some degree. It's possible. He is not limited, but then temples are important. And there the Lord is being worshipped. Sammuk, Sankirtan means Samyak. Together we do Nama Sankirtan. How beautiful it is. Just imagine all of us sit together, do a nice Sankirtan. How beautiful it is. And so plan in that way too. We will also plan for your trip to nearby holy places. And we'll take care of your stay and other logistics. So plan in the groups, if you can do, the different groups that are there. If that is not possible, area-wise, okay, we will take a bus from Bangalore, from Bombay, we can all come in a bus together. Make it logistically convenient, it becomes easy. In fact, the tickets get sold out. Sometimes you delay in planning, you don't get the train tickets. To make it more difficult, then you have to come by flight, which becomes a little expensive, not everybody can afford. So plan well in advance. So we have, I tell you how many festivals we have. And you can practice bhajans also. Sometimes people do not sing in proper tune, so you can practice bhajans. Sri Ram Navami then is in April 17th. This will be a big occasion because 19th is Guru Maharaj's 75th Vyas Puja. So together we can have double festival there. Then May 22nd in Narsimha Chaturdashi. That's another big festival. Narsimha Jayanti. We should have finished the construction by that time. As far as I can see, 2 months of work is there. March and April is enough for us to decorate now the temple hall. July 7th is the Rath Yatra. so we can have a beautiful Rath Yatra. And August 19, we are kept at the temple inauguration day. That's the day Guru Maharaj said we should inaugurate the temple. Lord Balarama appearance day, and then we have the Janmashtami, we have Radhashtami, and then once temple open, every day is a festival. Okay? So my request will be therefore plan. Please plan nicely. That we are trying, Malati Mataji, but they have their own priorities, we have our own priorities, they're trying. This work is going on. Now, in this way, the Dhama, so the proper reasons out actually in the Dhama we go, generally we stay with service. Many times I have seen people, main to Vrindavan chala, and they go to Vrindavan. The first thing, even the temples, they tell what all we get is bhagodus, who run away people from other temples. They're not very excited. And number two, what is the service? What is my engagement? Which is very, very important. What service I am doing? What is the engagement I am having in that holy place? That's very, very important. If you're staying more than 3 days, so that I can be absorbed in that. We cannot, if Babaji is just sitting in Vrindavan and I am chanting, it's all bogus, it will not work. We need 8 hours of engagement. 8 hours of service, 8 hours of rest. So we need some engagement. What engagement I will have in the Dham is very important. So this is sometimes neglected. And then the person, after sometimes after that the person becomes bored. So we need good engagement in the Dhama, then Dhama becomes very nice. So there was a description today of Vrindavan Dham. Okay? So many times you see that when you go to the holy place, people talk about Dhama Mahatmyas. There is such a wonderful thing in the Dhama. If this place you come, all the offenses are nullified. In this place, if you taken one's bath in Radha Kunda, you get Krishna Prema. The holiest of the place is Vrindavan. Then he said in the Vrindavan, Govardhan is very, very holy. And then even most holiest of the place in that area is finally what? Finally the holiest place there is what? Is Radha Kund. That's the nectar of instruction. So you go to Radha Kund, really feel blessed. I'm in Radha Kund. But then, what is the use? If you are not in proper consciousness. They hear the Radha Kund, you get Krishna Prema, but then proper comment, you have to be in the consciousness of Raghunath Das Goswami. Then you can feel the real Radha Kund as Krishna Prema. Otherwise, it's just a water. You will get definitely benefited, but the real benefit comes when you take in a submissive spirit. Most of us do not take to these activities in submissive spirit, so we do not get the same benefit. That's why prasadam you are having. So respectfully, in a submissive spirit, take to get benefit. So Dhama also has to be looked at with a great respectful attitude to the submissive spirit. Then Dham is actually spiritual, just like deities. Deities are spiritual. But how many of us feel the spiritual nature of the deities? No. Immediately we start seeing what material it is made of, blah, 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 blah. We are not properly taking darshan. There's no way to take darshan. It's like you're eating prasadam. Oh, today chutney is a little strong. Then you're not really taking blessing of the prasadam. You're looking at the material, some food. Similarly, Shastra. All these activities can be done in a devotional way and they will have a nice benefit for us. If you're not doing in a devotional way, they do not. Atashikashanamadi na bhavet grayam indriyai sevon mukhe jevado swayame vaspurati adaha. So when you develop in a service spirit, not that generally we go to take Dhama to get some blessings for our material things. Krishna, bless me, my son get good marks, bless me, my daughter get married, bless me, I get good promotion, my business gets more profit. So people go to Dhama for some material things. That is not bad, but that's not the only way. Just like the Dhruva Maharaj has also gone to a Dhama, Madhuvana, but he has a material thing in his mind, a kingdom greater than man, even Brahma. So he had something material in his mind, so it's not that you should not go for that, but not the highest. The highest thing is to go to the Dhama for some spiritual thing. Like I told you, many people used to approach the Prabhupada in India. In the West, they don't know all this thing. In India, they used to, Swamiji, please bless me, Swamiji, bless me, I have a backache and all. His own disciple used to smile. This is the reason to meet a sadhu. And Prabhupada used to say, my real mercy is there. Look at these people. They become devotees. They used to run away. This guy is very dangerous. I'll become a devotee. Then I'll forget everything else. No. So the visit to the Dhama is actually for spiritual rejuvenation. Because when we stay, when we go to the places of Lord Krishna's pastimes, even common sense, our faith in the Lord increases. This is the place Lord Krishna danced on Kalia. Oh man, so nice. This is the place, the memory, this is the place where Mother Yashoda tied Krishna. And they have that, even that, the deity there like that. It's so useful to look at that. The place, the great saint called Rupa Goswami Samadhi there. This is the place, Sanatana Goswami Samadhi is there. So we see the great activities, places where the great devotees did wonderful activities. Their samadhis, their Pushpa samadhis, the Leela Sthala of the Lord. So that gives you spiritual inspiration, provided you take it in a proper submissive attitude. Okay, that's important, how to take real benefit of Dhamma. It is good to go to Dham together with the devotees, because then this main focus is maintained, and we have nice Sankirtana and other things that I think all the important places we have taken. We took you to Jagannath Puri, Vrindavan and Mayapur. And this year our focus is our temple opening. So we are not going anywhere. First you have to come here. Then only we'll plan a trip anywhere else. So our idea will be that this place, we all together work. And as you come with a submissive spirit to do service here, this will, for the public, for everybody, will slowly manifest at Dham. You will come to Mayapur, you have seen that. Just by seeing the wonderful devotees, a huge community of devotees there, we feel blessed. We feel as if we have come to Vaikuntha, isn't it? So why not make, with the structure is everything. Okay. So my request will be, even some people may have for some reason they're indisposed, like they're just retired, but still their body is energetic. Why not come over? There's so much work. Recently we had accounting work, so much now we have to year-end filing. You can come. Some people may be there. They're educated, they are submissive, they have a service spirit, and they're little indisposed come, but you should be able to do something. You cannot at 80, but younger. So I can do some work, or I can take a break. I'm doing business, I can take a break for 10-15 days. Some service you can do. So always connect Dhamma with service, not just picnic. They had once, I give a very good example I told before, many times. We were in Mayapur Dhama for the Navadip Mandal Parikrama. Once you should all go for that, very beautiful. This year the dates are again about to start. So then what happened when we were there, one temple, generally what happens, they get around 20,000 devotees every year, and they divide into groups. So various groups were going, 10 groups roughly. So even 1,500, 2,000 people is a very large number. So when you go to a temple, there was a visit and we were jumping over each other, and we had the darshan and we came up. So then outside they arrange always a nice place, sitting, everybody sitting, and they take a class. So you're sitting and listening. In fact, sitting place is your own napkin. There is 1,500, 2,000 people everywhere. No chairs, forget chairs. You have to sit on the ground, and they will have a small stage and a mic system, they will address everybody. So one sannyasi was there, I remember it explained that among the people who were visiting, many were elderly. Many were Srila Prabhupada's personal servants, disciples. There were many ladies here. But I saw nobody cared for anything. They jumped over each other for darshan. This is not darshan. Neither it is pleasing to the Lord. Correct? It's more of a picnic. Darshan is done in a proper spirit, respectful spirit. I told you when I had once gone to Jaipur, there is a Radha Govinda Temple there, and I saw the people take darshan from behind. When I entered, they say, Thakurji ka aadmi aa gaya. I was so encouraged, just their hospitality, just because I am wearing this dress. And they brought me in the front. They gave me nice prasadam, so much prasadam. There's a lunchtime now. Yes, so nice you have come. Go and sit in the park. You can have. I had one more colleague with me. We have so much they gave, we could not eat, two of us. Some prasadam for the Lord. So nice. So why not you help us, all of us together, build an atmosphere like that? Why not build an atmosphere like that? So not people are jumping over each other. No, service spirit. You know? In fact, nobody even buys prasadam and eats there. They beg from somebody. They develop nice culture. And in the night, most beautiful is 45 minutes. So those in Jaipur will know that 45 minutes in the night they sing Hare Krishna mantra together. And if somebody is not chanting, bolo, 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 and they push everyone, hey, bolo, bolo, bolo. And everybody is chanting together, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. They chant together. And in fact, when we went, hey, you people have come, ISKCON, you do Kirtan. And we did Kirtan and the whole crowd was, once we took a yatra there and there's a whole crowd, why don't you do Kirtan? So nice. So why not? In fact, when I saw the temple and whole atmosphere, I was very touched. This was maybe something like 2004, 2005. And I had in my heart that if I have Radha Krishna deities, I'll name the Radha Govinda. Right from that moment. So I saw even the public. They were telling that. I asked one rickshaw driver, कि Radha Govind का मंदिर किधर है? Govind जी का मंदिर. So sweet. And then I still remember that when I went to the temple, we were chatting with the visitors there, and one visitor said that, I said, you are coming morning Mangalarti? Yes. He said, it's a bit cold. No, I just somehow put water and run and come. In fact, traditionally, the temple was established by a king, and he made a rule 3 times in a day everybody should come. Can you imagine? A king like that. Today we have demoniac people. They get horrified when somebody in the house chants the holy name of the Lord. All unfortunate situation sometimes. But imagine, everybody is running and coming to just take darshan of the Lord. So why don't we do like that? The only thing we can do, it can be achieved. Yes, it can be achieved, provided we work together. Alone, even to finish this temple is very, very challenging as you are working. Very, very challenging. Just imagine to run the temple, such a huge temple. We are planning so many more things now to make the temple, the basic infrastructure to add more beautiful things in this place. I'll reveal as it manifests. So this can be done, but how many hands are needed for each thing to happen? Isn't it? So we need more devotees, but you have to plan out how you can do service. In fact, in the ISKCON at a particular time, it was a lot of devotees joined as 20s. So that is still going on. That is the right age, because we can easily be molded and trained in that age to live in a community. But many times nowadays people come because the parents don't allow them, 1 or 2 children, they get married. But the moment the children are school going and they made some saving, they can come. Because they are at 40 is also good age. The body still has energy, we can do service. So we can somehow manifest a pure, that will not be possible if the whole house is not practicing Krishna consciousness. Then ISKCON doesn't permit husband leaving the wife or wife leaving the husband. We don't encourage that kind of thing. That will not be possible. Okay, so this going to the Dham, let us build a Dhama. Let us build a Dhama where there is continuous Nama Sankirtana going on, where the devotees are there receiving with a smile. Hare Krishna, welcome, so nice, you've taken all the trouble to come here. Please take the darshan of our Radha Govindji. Won't that be beautiful? Please sit down, there is a Kirtan going on. Come here, there are wonderful books of Srila Prabhupada that will transform your life. You read those books. And most important, you can register for a course. We'll teach you how to understand these books. So many courses we should have practically for every book. And then after he sits down, has a nice experience, he can see beautiful paintings all around of the Lord and his devotees and so much loving affection. To see that atmosphere. Then we give them prasadam, temple has nice prasadam. And if he likes to eat, some special items, he can buy that in restaurant and eat. And whole family, there is a place to sit down and they enjoy. Isn't it? And not only that, we have so many auditoriums, lecture halls, so many exhibits. The people go that. I'm planning that now, if Krishna so permits. Then people get so much inspired, and then they have questions. Devotees should be there to sit with, talk to them, preach to them, encourage them to take to devotional service. And as it happens, that as more and more millions and billions of people take to Krishna consciousness, the only thing we feel so happy. Like there is a Bhaktivinoda Thakur's prayer, it says, Narad Muni Bhajai Veena, Narad Muni is chanting his beautiful Veena, and then there is, Brahma is also dancing in ecstasy, Lord Shiva is also dancing in ecstasy, Indra is also dancing in ecstasy. He says, my heart is fully satisfied. So similarly, we are just in the, almost at the present of the opening of the temple. But if there are wonderful devotees in a proper, living in a community also requires a service spirit. Otherwise, people just come find fault and run away. That is their problem. But it requires a service. Krishna tests us. Either we come for service here, or here also we have started our rat race. I am better than you, I am right, you are wrong. Krishna will test. So as we come in a proper service spirit and more devotees come together to establish, then the Lord's presence will manifest in that place. Correct? Where the Lord's presence is manifest, the devotees are blissfully serving with affection, with love, with respect the Lord, cooperating among themselves, then amazing service to the Lord is manifested. So we need, all of us, we need to take this as a challenge and manifest. So welcome, all of you. Think what you can do, Now we are only just 2 months away, what we can do to manifest it. In fact, some people even called all their friends and relatives, can you help us to contribute so that they quickly manifest. Extremely grateful. Not only they did, they even got their friends, relatives, somebody, they come to know somebody is a very charitable person. So they did so many devotees. It was so touching when I came to know this. And not only gave a huge sacrifice of their own saving, but even got their friends whom they don't even, they're not even knowing ISKCON, just call them, can you help us? You can also donate. So we have really overwhelmed with affection and love, and amazing what has happened already. Just little time away, but more things which I can say. At least if you cannot stay here, at least come for some short periods with whole team. Okay? Possible the family, if the family is not interested, the other team. That's why I said the groups, or the area-wise groups, or the way you are studying, that kind of a group. Either way, which works also. Area-wise group is easy for logistics, you can all together travel. Sometimes for ladies that is more convenient, so look into that also. And the other groups, we can say, these are language groups where you are working together, studying together, you know each other already very well. And come in that way, and so first we have few, we are not many. First you can target the festivals. Let us cover all the festival dates. Then we can, what we have started already, the weekends. Then we say already devotees are there all the time. And then we have to hire almost very less people. So then the place is very sweet. So Dham is to be understood properly where the service to the Lord happens. Not that we hear Dham Mahatmya, but we hear the Dham Mahatmya, we forget the Seva Mahatmya. That is what the main mistake. Many congregation people not enthusiastic for service, not enthusiastic for their Shastra Adhyana, they hardly read anything, not enthusiastic for attentively chanting. Then what happened during the Yatra time, these all things do happen. So they feel inspired, but then rest of the time also they can really focus on these things. Proper chanting, proper Shastra Adhyana, proper service, proper worship. Then that also has Mahatmya, no? Nama Mahatmya is there, Prasada Mahatmya is there, Shastra Adhyana, Gita Mahatmya is there, Bhagavata Mahatmya is there. That is also Mahatma that they forget. I have seen many times, they forget this Mahatmya, only Dhama Mahatmya. But Prabhuji, when we are going to the next yatra, Prabhuji, next week, when you get, Hare Baba, wherever you are, sit and chant, no? In fact, in the first 4 years of preaching in Bangalore, we were very, very, very successful. Extremely successful during that time. And at that time, I remember around 100 people are chanting 16 out our local congregation. Okay? We never went to any yatra. Just having nice Sankirtana, that's all nice festivals. So it was useful, still it worked. So everything has a value. Holy name has a value, books have a value, everything has a value. And yatra also has a value. I'm not saying yatra doesn't have a value. But many people, what happened, they only put yatra as a value. They forget the other thing. And because they don't have proper service spirit in the yatra also, then they gossip, they talk here. Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Hare
Very
Krishna
nice
Prabhuji.
class. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Krishna Prabhuji, Sagar Prabhuji, thank you. Pranam.
Sometimes Ekadashi is mentioned on 2 days. Today also it is mentioned Ekadashi in Almanac. Which shall we follow, Prabhuji? Tomorrow is ISKCON's Ekadashi.
Today is, I think, little time is different. Some places it is today, some places it is tomorrow. For a Mangalore, it is tomorrow. For other places, you have to see your Ekadashi calendar. Okay? But you got calendar as Mangalore calendar. Just type, you can just locate based on the place. Okay? In our calendar also, you can see the place wise you have given away, and you can see the nearest place and calculate. Okay?
Should we do both the days, Prabhuji? Both the days?
You can do, or you can call up the local temple and find out which day they are doing. So they will have the calculation. Okay?
Okay. Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna Prabhuji. Tomorrow is for Bangalore. It is tomorrow only. Ekadashi.
Mangalore is also tomorrow.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Ekadashi fast will be broken before taking up Shivratri fast.
Before taking?
Shivratri is next day, 8th is Shivratri, 7th is Ekadashi. So we have to break the fast on 8th morning and then continue the fast. How to manage this 2 days?
You can do Nirjala and then break with water.
Prabhuji, we can do
fast calling it on
Friday. We can do Ekadashi today. That's what Aishwarya Mataji told last year.
Discuss among yourselves. Okay? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Pancha kalpatarubhascha kripa sindhaveva patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Vrinda ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Pranam.